Hi everyone, welcome back to MYSHA. It's Melissa. It's our astro-energy update for late April, and the sun has just moved out of Aries and is now moving into Taurus. So we might get a chance to just relax a bit. It's been such a fiery start to the year, and so much action, so much ignition, so much power and so much empowerment for each of us to tap into and make use of, that it's about time, I think, for another breather. Taurus is the opportunity for that. As the sun is in Taurus, it's that fixed earth sign that's good for grounding, good for stabilizing, good for slowing down a little bit. So we can chill a bit, I think, and just start to relax. Now the moon has moved from Aries, the new moon has moved from Aries, and it'll gradually wax all the way up into full on the 2nd of May in the sign of Scorpio. So yes, we'll get a breather for now, but when the moon moves into Scorpio on the 2nd of May, we can expect things to be a little emotional, a little bit more charged with that, and it's the opportunity then on full moon to release whatever it is that is happening for us emotionally that we would like to be clear of, and to gain a little bit more clarity for the coming months. So full moon, perfect opportunity for us to relax, release, and in that sign of Scorpio, really take notice of how we're feeling, because Scorpio is all about emotions, intense emotions quite often, and it's the water, it's a fixed water sign. So it's about depth. So it's reaching those depths of your emotion, what's really going on for us at the core of our being. Another significant thing that's happening for us at the moment in late April, about the 25th, 26th of April, is that Uranus, the planet Uranus, is moving into the sign of Gemini, and it'll be there for another 7 years until 2033. Now this is a really significant move for Uranus because it's currently in the sign of Taurus, and in Taurus it's a bit slower, like we were just talking about with the sun moving into Taurus. Uranus is there feeling a little bit more stable, a little bit more secure. Now remembering that Uranus is the planet, the rebel planet, and it's all about that sudden rapid change, right? And as it moves into Gemini, look out. It'll be moving into a sign that's just as fast, much more rapid. It's all about ideas. Gemini is an air sign, so it's all about that quick-witted, intelligent, curious kind of scope. It's putting Uranus in this climate for big changes, big rapid changes in tech, in communication, in things like revolutionary energy, and it's going to move things along. So people is going to start to question things, and we might not even notice things changing as quickly as they are changing around us. And what can happen in that environment is that our nervous system can become really overstimulated. So while we've got that opportunity right now to take it a little bit slower as the sun is in Taurus, we really need to start recharging and making more robust our nervous systems and our core being, our core strength for resilience for what might be coming up ahead. And isn't it, just the case, as always, that as we look out at the wider world in the external, we can see, we really do understand what's going on out there, that it could be rapidly changing. You've only got to look at things like, how quickly things have moved with AI, what's going on geopolitically, all of those sorts of things. People are talking about systems breaking down. All of these rapid changes are going to be really quite quick fire over the next couple of weeks and into the coming years, all the way through till 2033, as Uranus stays in Gemini for that long. Who knows what changes are up for us? But what we can do is prepare ourselves for them. Really take care to show ourselves self-loving compassion. Really start to bring ourselves into presence with our nervous system, with our nervous state. How can you find yourself in a situation where you're regularly looking at your nervous system health, looking at your emotional health, looking at your well-being, and taking really practical steps for looking after yourself. That's what MYSHA is really helping us to do. MYSHA is all about self-healing arts. So using meditation and yoga, the M and Y of MYSHA, but also focusing on the S, which is svadhyaya practice, self-awareness, knowing what your limits are, knowing where you stand on things, knowing what you value, and as light worker beings, staying really true to those things, staying really true to the things that matter to us the most. How is it that I can take care of my nervous system and as well hold on to what I cherish, what I hold dear the most? How can I slow down? How can I breathe? How can I carry myself, my body, my mind, my thoughts, my belief systems? How can I carry myself in a state of sovereignty as a light being, as a light worker being, here to bring positive change and to support the others around me who need me? How can I hold myself in such a way that I'm going to be okay, that I'm going to be robust, and that I'm going to be resilient? Because this Gemini situation with Uranus is going to require of us not only the ability to roll with the big changes as they're, cascading upon us, but also the ability not to resist those changes. So one of the things that could really pull us up, and especially coming into this Scorpio full moon of emotional depth and intensity, is that we could start feeling some resistance and some pulling away from things that are just going to have to happen anyway. So if it's at all possible for you over the next coming weeks, I truly would encourage you to sit with yourself, maybe take out a pen and paper and write down some of the things that you need to really be aware of to take care of your nervous system health. Do you need to make a pact with yourself to get to bed a little bit earlier of an evening? Do you need to sign yourself up to a regular meditation and yoga class, or maybe Tai Chi or Qigong, something slow, something gentle, something self-loving that's really going to help you to restore your nervous system? One of the things that MYSHA really encourages is sound healing. Sound healing is one of the best ways for us to really relax and reset our nervous systems. Those beautiful tones as they ripple through your body really help you to just settle in, adjust, feel that rising pulse, and then bring ourselves back to equilibrium as the sound ripples out and through us. And that's exactly what we're going to have to learn to do as these changes keep surmounting us over the next few years ahead, I think, is to learn how to roll with the changes, how to still hold dear to what is important to us, our value system, and to still remain in our integrity and dignity and confidence as a light worker being as we carry through on our purpose, as the fire horse year has really charged us up and got us full blown into this year so far. I know it has for me. How do we keep going through that? How do we keep staying charged and focused and fulfilling our purpose, our mission, but at the same time really nurturing ourselves through all of this flux and transition that we're moving through, and some of the big, rapid, sudden changes and moves that could catch us off guard? What are the practices that you need to be able to keep yourself relaxed and calm and able to roll with things and not resist things as they're flying at us? I hope that's really been helpful for you today. Please stay in the light. If we're working on our flexibility, if we're working on how this moon, this full moon in Scorpio could help us to release some of the tension, some of the stuff that's been holding us back, that will really help us in the next couple of weeks. And also one of the MYSHA practices that's really helpful that I find, and something that we did at our last gathering called the Light Body Circle that we did here just last weekend, was what we call in MYSHA sacred flow movement. Sacred flow movement is where we tune in to the body's own intelligence and to allow those gentle shifts to happen, those postural changes, those really sometimes quite subtle changes that the body encourages us to move into. It's about reaching and stretching out when we feel that. It's about coming in closer and forward bends and back bends, just as the body prompts you to do that. So really tuning into the body's intelligence, popping on some nice, soft, slow, fluid moving music, and moving the body in such a gliding, beautiful, gentle way that the nervous system can flow with. And something that we did together on the weekend was to come and dance with a partner, to mirror each other's light, to follow each other's fluidity, to co-regulate with your partner in your dance. And if you can't find a partner to dance with and to do your sacred flow movement with, perhaps you might like to move in front of a mirror and dance with your beautiful self. This is a wonderful practice that MYSHA encourages us to do during this time to prepare us for the big, humongous changes ahead with Uranus moving into Gemini, and for what else is in store for us in this fire horse year. I hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. If you would like to, I'll pop the link in the description below for our meditation, our Earth Star meditation. I think that's a really beautiful one to do this Taurus season. I hope to see you there. Blessings, peace, and please know that you're important, because you really, truly are.